Hi there, Mark Jabin here, Medical Director for the Haywood County Health Department. Let's talk about this pandemic. Time for the weekly update. And the summary is that cases are on the rise everywhere. Here in western North Carolina, things have flattened as expected after Thanksgiving and ahead of the Christmas and New Year's holidays. Last year, we flattened a bit, but never got down very far before taking off again. And with Omicron set to get here sooner than expected, we can anticipate a repeat. The big difference, however, will be that the brunt will be felt by those with no immune protection. And my buddy, tucking in for the long haul. So please, share this with someone you care about. For the United States, 33 states in the red, that's down from 36 last week. No states in the yellow. It does look a little bit brighter in the west and southeast, but don't be fooled. For instance, Florida is in the orange now after several weeks in the yellow, and they have actually tripled their numbers compared to a couple of weeks ago. And from Arizona up through the upper Midwest to the Northeast, all deep in the red zone. Rhode Island now, the highest rate in the country, above 100 per 100,000. For our neighbors, Tennessee, short-lived in the orange, they're now back up into the red, and in fact well more red on their map this week. South Carolina is flat, although still high. Georgia increased some more further into the orange. They've actually doubled their rate of cases in the past few weeks. North Carolina, about the same as last week. That's good that it didn't go up further, but not going down either. And you'll notice cases and deaths remain the same, although elevated. Hospitalizations, however, are up over the past week. In the region, Swain with a big move down, although still well into the red zone. Jackson with a small move down, but enough to get them drop into the orange zones. Haywood County with a nice move down. And Macon, after a move upward, actually went back down this week. Madison up, and Transylvania almost tripled their cases this week, now with the highest rate in the region. As far as testing, North Carolina was up to around 9% or a little bit more this week, but at week's end at 7.8%, and that's up even versus last week. Only one county now below 5% threshold, 4 now above 10%. And note the counties which counties have test positivities above 5 and 10%, because that indicates that the case counts are actually higher than what's being reported, because people are just not getting tested. In Haywood County, 8,236 for the entire pandemic. That's an increase of 122 over past week, and that's a marked decrease in the week-over-week number. Puts us back to about where we were in early December. But with our high test positivity rate, there are likely more cases out there than are being tested for and reported. And this is welcome news for sure, since the lower we can get going to the holidays, the better. Question is, can we get low enough? As far as deaths, 2 more reported this week for a total of 158. Haywood Regional maintaining lower numbers of COVID-related admissions this week, but still large numbers of COVID patients on ventilators and in the ICU. As many as 5 on ventilators this week. And I would also note that they were all among people who are not vaccinated. So what's to come? If Europe and the UK are any indication, then we are going to have a marked increase in cases. Moreover, professional sports teams are giving us a window into what's really happening, I think. Since they test everyone, they provide a much better view of what's going on, and what they are seeing indicates exponential spread, with many more cases than what's been reported. Throughout the pandemic, we have seen a pattern of increasing cases, followed by increasing hospitalizations, followed by increasing deaths. Perhaps this pattern may be broken, as vaccines continue to be very effective at preventing the bad outcomes. Perhaps a silver lining may be that although more will get infected, fewer will be hospitalized and die because of people being vaccinated. But for those with no immune protection, unfortunately, that pattern will continue. So whether hospitals get overwhelmed is another story. They are already quite stretched, as are EMS systems, even before Omicron arrives in full force. And as Omicron is more contagious, it is also likely more hospital workers will get infected, further reducing already short staffs. And there are no backups out there. So know where you're traveling, what the prevalence of COVID is there, what is their health system doing, and what are you preparing to do with friends and family over the coming holidays. You know, it's a time of year to give and share, but that doesn't mean give and share everything. Whether vaccinated or choose not to be, we can still all be safe. So be well and be careful, especially right now. How is it?